Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Hey there, Cosmonauts. I hope you all are doing great because we have some hot new Cosmos ecosystem news for you. In this video, we will explain the updates to the Atom 2.0 white paper, the Evmos Diffusion incentives update about the ICF Delegation Program, an in-depth assessment about Skip protocol, and many more Cosmos ecosystem news. Remember, the video is organized by sections, including focus sections about Osmosis, Evmos, and Juno. Not to mention other sections like tech, DeFi, airdrops, and much more. So without further ado, let's get into it. Tech. There was an update to the Atom 2.0 white paper announced in the Cosmos Hub forum. Firstly, the capitalization of the treasury will be a process done in 12 equal tranches, and each will be subject to a separate Atom vote. Moreover, the 300k Atom per month tail issuance could be directed via Atom vote to one or more chosen addresses. This means that the distribution module address is selected. For example, then issuance will flow to validators, delegators, and the community pool. In addition to this, more clarity is added on the Cosmos Hub charter described in the paper, and a provisional draft of the charter was released. The links to both the updated Atom 2.0 white paper and the provisional draft of the charter are below in the description. Following additional feedback from Ethan, further updates were made to the Atom 2.0 white paper. It is emphasized that regarding the tail issuance, there is no precise commitment currently, and it is left for the community to discuss within the charter. Moreover, the number of tranches minted to the treasury is reduced, finally from 12 to 10 tranches of 4 million Atom each, and the community pool gets a one-time mint of 4 million Atom. It was also mentioned that an on-chain vote is expected on October 31st. And with Akash, it is possible to spin up private RPC nodes in seconds that can be operational in minutes. This is important, as Greg Usuri pointed out, since public Cosmos RPC nodes are under DDoS. Akash is incentivizing the deployment of RPC nodes on Akash free of charge until the end of 2022. Akash mainnet 4 is also very close, expected for early November. This upgrade will bring the first open marketplace for IP addresses. And there are plans also for bringing an open marketplace for GPUs to Akash. DeFi and staking. The Interchain Foundation, as part of their Atom delegations policy, undelegated all their currently delegated atoms from over 50 Cosmos Hub validators. The deadline for setting applications for the new delegation program was on the 29th of October. The ICF will evaluate applications and announce the new delegations in the coming weeks. Evmos has launched validator-specific pages. Here you can see the example of Cosmic Validator, and the links is also below in the description. Moving on, Pulsar Finance is live on Cosmos, and it is possible to start tracking assets across over 30 Cosmos chains. Together with OmniFlex, we have released a new staking dashboard and web wallet for Asset Mantle. We have added the link in the description below, so make sure to try staking, delegating, voting, and more with your MNTL tokens. Juno news. The Juno halving happened on October 24th. However, the APR didn't halve, but instead decreased by around 30%, from 58.8% to 41.2%. Skip is now live on Juno testnet. In the next section, we have an in-depth assessment about Skip. Juno proposed a 44 path to decrease per block gas limit. On JunoSwap, it is now possible to do a fiat on-ramp with Kato money and start trading. Moving on, DAO V2 is live on testnet now. The community cannot wait for the full launch of the DAO V2. Jake mentioned that the goal is to test in production mesh security by the end of Q4 in 2022 with a low market cap chain, and this is great news. Kelapar, after announcing the move to Juno, released a very fitting new character design for their game. As you can see here, can you guess who this character is? NFTs can allow players to capture the value of the game's progress and trade it amongst each other. This can improve the player experience by creating a new player-to-player economy. Kelapar is aiming to become one of the first sustainable NFT games with adoption in the gaming community. In the Kelapar game, players will control a party of heroes and fight opponents in turn-based battles. They will choose the abilities and targets, and then all the abilities will be executed as the turn runs down automatically. We are also in discussions with Kelapar, so some updates soon in November about our collaboration will be coming soon. The Juno V11 upgrade includes features such as changes to ICA configuration or the addition of the pruning command. Also, it stabilizes dependencies that had to be changed for the Dragonberry patch into the most recent versions available. Osmosis news. The Osmosis Proposal 341 was passed for Skip to develop the Proto-Rev module, which is a custom MEV capture module. Basically, this proposal signals support for Skip to develop a module that enables Osmosis to capture arbitrary revenue as protocol revenue. Skip will also be live on Juno and Evmos. However, the Cosmos Hub has not been prioritized since there's not that much DeFi activity and therefore not a lot of MEV activity. The advantages of Skip are higher rewards for validators and delegators, and also less congested blocks, since Skip takes much of the spam within blocks away by setting competition off-chain. Skip estimates that as the marketplace develops, MEV revenue through Skip will account for 40 to 70% increase in block rewards. For example, in Ethereum, validators increase free rewards by roughly 130% using a similar system called flashbots. Skip allows validators to recapture MEV in a healthy way without harming their users, which means with no front running or sandwiching. Here's an example from Skip co-founder Magnus. So let's say there's $100 of MEV revenue from a block. A huge validator A captures it and then keeps 50% and sends 50% to his stakers by stake weight. Since they have 1,000 in stake, the reward for each token staked for stakers is 50 divided by 1,000, which is 0.05. A small validator B captures it and also sends 50% and sends stakers the rest. They only have 100 in stake, so the reward for each token staked for their stakers is 0.5 or 10 times larger. However, if the larger validator proposes 10 times more blocks, then it will be similar, but at least no advantage for larger validators, so it is good to avoid centralization. Moving on, Osmosis Proposal 346 passed to match external incentives on the Osmos/Evmos pool in Osmosis. Also, the 6-month period approved for the Osmosis grant program has finished, and the Revere team is preparing a renewal proposal. Moving on, the Ion DAO is developing an index token with a basket of IBC tokens to track the Cosmos ecosystem. It is being coded by AlphaWorks, which are part of the previous company of Kelper called Everett. Community members supported Adam, Evmos, or Juno to be included. Evmos news. The Evmos Diffusion incentives from the community pool went live. In total, 2 million Evmos tokens will be released to liquidity providers during a period of 90 days. Additional incentives will be included for Osmosis for the Evmos/Osmo pool, which is 600k Evmos tokens, additional incentives over 90 days approved with Proposal 70, and also for Kinesis Labs, which is a stable swap on Evmos. Kelper has added support for Ledger on Evmos. However, initially its use will be limited since web pages will have to first implement a different technical logic to handle Cosmos transactions when using an Ethereum app.
Drama and hacks.
Following the Binance bridge hack, members of the Cosmos and Osmosis teams extensively audited IBC. They discovered a critical security vulnerability, which was quickly fixed in a great coordination effort with validators. The ICF mentioned that there is an upcoming annual transparency report which will outline the ICF finances and funding activity for the year. This will hopefully help to reduce the current criticism about the opacity of the ICF. There seems to be little support for content creators in the Cosmos ecosystem. For example, the Osmosis grant program awarded just 0.5% of the funds so far for education projects. However, there are some great incentives upcoming, like the Interchain Media DAO, led by Omniflex and Sysla, leveraging the DAO V2 functionalities. The community is really excited about this project to reward the Cosmos ecosystem content creators and also to attract new YouTubers and content creators to the ecosystem. While this news is not really about hack or drama, since it involves a lot of mystery, it was included in this section. A Cosmos Hub validator received a 2 million ATOM delegation from Binance, and they don't even know the reason for this. Some community members like Dimmy have suggested some possible explanations. So if you solve this mystery, please let us know.
Project launches and network upgrades.
The first fully on-chain PTE game in Cosmos by Kai Foundation went live. Cosmos is fun to play, so let us know in the comments below if you liked it. We cannot wait for Catapult also. The Yume v3.1.0 upgrade was passed. It activates gravity bridge messages among other features. The Stripe Proposal 5v2 Orion release was successfully passed. Some of the features included are support for encodings that enable Kelper Ledger support. The MediBlock Penea v2.0.5 upgrade proposal was passed. Some of the changes included are upgrades to Cosmos SDK. The Sidechain Proposal 125 software upgrade was passed. The Kava Proposal 102 Kava 11 software upgrade proposal specified the block height for the upgrade on October 26 at around 1500 hours UTC. The Persistence Upgrade v4 Persistence Core Proposal 8 was passed. Some of the features added in are interchain queries, epochs module, IBC 3.3.0, p-stakes liquid staking module for Atom or WANST, v0.29.1. The Fixnet 4 incentivized testnet with NFT auctions ended on October 27th. It was an opportunity for creators to promote their artwork and to reach out and engage with their community. The Secret Network v1.5 upgrade proposal selected November 2nd as the date for the upgrade. Some of the upgrades are to fix IBC contract bug, to fix creating accounts using ICA, and to fix node registration.
Governance.
The Kava Proposal 101, called Ethermint Funding Proposal for past development addressed from the Evmos community to the Kava community, was rejected. The Evmos community was requesting the Kava community 1.25 million Evmos tokens. A previous Proposal 96 was requesting 3 million Kava tokens, and it was also rejected. The Stargazer Proposal 62 Launchpad v2 NFT contract was passed. This update unlocks new functionality to creators, like updating collection information, for example.
Airdrops.
The second Nomic Nom airdrop will include Osmo stakers. A snapshot was taken on September 27th. However, the Osmo staked to the top 20 validators are not eligible for this airdrop. This is actually a great idea to improve decentralized and should be considered by other projects as well. This Stride airdrop had a snapshot on August 14th and on the 31st of October of 1 million STRD tokens were airdropped to Osmo stakers. Other networks like Juno were also included for the airdrop.
Events and conferences.
There was a Cosmos meetup event in Punta Cana. Here are some photos of the event where we can see some cosmonauts wearing a cool OmniFlex network t-shirt.
General crypto news.
Société Générale was registered by the French stock market regulator, the Autorité des Marchés Financiers, or AMF for short, to provide custody, buying, selling, and trading services of digital assets. It was approved as a digital asset service provider, or DASP for short.
Conclusion.
We now include some important links to blog posts or Twitter threads mentioned during the video, and you can find all the links here below. Also, don't forget that in addition to the videos, we also have a Twitter thread and blog post version of the videos, and the links are also included in the video description below. And they are posted one day after the video's release. Moving on, we want to help increase awareness about the amazing tech and projects in the Cosmos ecosystem, and also attract and onboard more people and projects. And last but certainly not least, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to support us by subscribing and clicking the like button below. Also, you can leave us a comment with your feedback. We always try to read them and implement them in future videos, so it does mean a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching Cosmonauts. Have an amazing next 2 weeks until our next video. See you then.
Warning.